Hello everyone, Toby LaBeouf here with Real Estate Investor Pros. Today we're breaking down a question I get all the time from investors. Should I do a first lien cash out refinance or take out a second lien cash out loan on my investment property? The answer really depends on three things. Do you already have a loan on the property? What interest rate do you have on that loan? How much of the property's value does that current loan take up? Here's the key thing to understand. First, lien cash out loans usually have a lower interest rate than second lien cash out loans, but that doesn't automatically make them the better choice. To make the right decision, you need to know how to calculate something called a blended rate. Well, what is a blended rate? A blended rate is simply a weighted average of two different loan interest rates. It helps you see the true cost of keeping your current loan and adding a second lien versus replacing everything with a new first lien loan. Here's the formula. You're going to take the loan one balance and multiply it times the loan one interest rate. We're going to add the second loan balance times the second loan interest rate, and we're going to divide that number by the total loan amount of both loans combined. Here's an example. Let's say your current mortgage balance is $150,000 at 4% interest rate. You're considering a second loan for $100,000 at a 10% interest rate. Here's the math. At $150,000 times 4% equates to $6,000. At $100,000 times 10%, that equates to $10,000. We're going to add those two numbers together to come up with $16,000. Now we're going to divide that total loan amount of $250,000. So $16,000 divided by $250,000 equates to a 6.4% blended rate. That 6.4% is the effective interest rate you'll be paying if you keep your current loan and add a second lien. So how do I use this? Now we're going to compare the blended rate to the rate you'll get on a new first lien cash out. If the new first lien cash out is lower than your blended rate, refinancing everything into one loan probably going to make more sense. If the first lien rate is higher than your blended rate, keeping your low rate mortgage and adding a second lien could be the better move. You can run these numbers yourself or use an online blended rate calculator to make it quick and easy. If you want help figuring out which option is the best for you, specific deal, reach out to AMP Lending at 281-391-5363. Again, I'm Toby LaBeouf with Real Estate Investor Pros. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.